be a mediocre professor. I want to be just nothing special. I want to be boring with a voice as annoying as a dripping faucet. I want to be the professor that cracks himself up at his own jokes. Well, no one else gets it. I want to act like taking attendance is the most important part of my day. Bueller. And then go on to Jack Benstein's money because I want to teach for the money or at least teach for the vacations. I want to teach simply because I can't do what I teach. I can't be the word, and so I preach about how important it is for you to know what it is that I know, but never get you to thinking. I want to teach to the test so that you'll graduate and be happy, but you passing that test only means you can barely read and write at the 8th grade level. And I want to teach at a school that only has metal shop, auto shop, and wood shop, and not even bother with AP classes because, look, not everyone's designed to go to college like poor people and black and brown people, and especially your poor black and brown people. But anyway, I want to be barely qualified so I can get a job at some thugged out backwater inner city school that has no hope of teaching the students anything useful, but I'll get a gold star because I show up to call roll call in hell, and I'm going to wait for that bell, and once it rings, I want to run for the doors of the school quicker than the students so I can finally be free. And I want to teach my students the value of Anglo conformity so that I can talk to them about Bob Dylan, who's saying cocaine is running around in my brain because that will make their minds dangerous. And I want freedom writers to write freely about the Jewish Holocaust, connect that to their current reality in the inner city, but not have them comprehend that their present situation didn't just start with some black dude being pulled out of his car and damn near beat to death by the police, that you would have to go back at least 400 years to begin to see that the dehumanization of black folks started with slavery, and that this country is built on built-in contradictions like how all men are supposed to be created equal, but black people are penned in as 3/5 of a man. And I also don't want you to understand that if the mass murder of 6 million Jewish people is considered a Holocaust, and the 60 million or more African captives that died during the Middle Passage would have to be considered an apocalypse. And I want to teach my students concepts and theories as obsolete as the 8-track in this digital age would always say. Things were better back in the 50s because that was the height of white masculinity, and we had shows on TV like My Three Sons and Father Knows Best, and I guess that was great and all, but during that same time period, black folks are fighting for their lives just to order a cup of coffee or not be that strange fruit hanging from a tree. So look, I guess things worked better when we didn't have to worry about that pesky idea called equality. And lastly, I want to be the professor that tells his students only once in his life what he really thinks is important, but only do it because my death is imminent, and everything that I have to say will have nothing to do with what I taught every day, like how God can make a way out of no way. So I want to be a mediocre professor. I want to be just all right, nothing special, because what's the use in trying to be?